Hey everyone, welcome back to That's Not Bad. It's Phil. Great to have you here. It's been a wee while. Thank you for staying with me. All the messages, likes and subscribes, I do appreciate it. Today I've got a request that has come from Graham, who lives in Colchester in the UK. Colchester, if I visualise the map of the world, it's northeast of London, near the coast. I think it's near Ipswich, before Ipswich, I would say, in that general sort of area. To be honest, I know they've got a football team. I don't know much else about Colchester. But Graham, thank you for reaching out, bud. Graham's asked me to do a bit more of British PATHE. He enjoyed, as did I, the chap we did recently who was on his way to work in that old car and really pissed everyone off. Graham's recommended one here. Truck drivers, how to drive a lorry properly, 1965. So this will be a really good step in time, I'd imagine. A snapshot on how the world used to be. Not quite sure what we're going to get or what the focus might be. Well, it's going to be driving a lorry properly, so God knows what we'll actually get. But Graham, this is for you, my friend. 3, 2, 1, boom. Here we go.
The best drivers are lorry drivers, or so we've heard. But accident figures have prompted the police to make spot checks on these big-weight trucks that hurtle along our roads. Because some lorry drivers are better than others.
Who are these white coats? They're like traffic inspectors. Warrant of safety.
He's a good driver. He's like
guys.
most of the long haulage men. But what about him?
Those guys, get the hell out of here,
Your good
man.
driver wouldn't pick up hitchhike people to distract him. He knows he's the captain of the dry land
Hitchhike
equivalent of a
people.
cargo ship.
Riff-raff.
Captains differ in their sense of responsibility. Someone's been slack as regards maintenance. Someone's been in too much of a tearing hurry, hasn't he? And he doesn't like this hold up one little bit.
This guy's like,
Old
get out of
Tearaway
my
wants
bloody
to be
truck.
off in search of congenial company.
Oh my God, congenial company. Even the language is great, man. It's so period.
And Old Tearaway's found some company, without so much as a slowing down signal to the car behind, without a single thought for his firm's no passengers regulation. Not a bit like that other chap we met at the checkpoint.
The other chap. Oh, he's got a bloody shirt and tie on. Let's see how they used to do it in the old days. Drivers always wore a shirt and tie.
Yes, your good lorry driver is the best and most courteous driver you'll ever find. A good example and a help to other motorists. But what about Old Tearaway?
Not MGB,
a fine
MGC.
help he is. And drivers like this make other people drive badly too, through sheer exasperation.
Oh, well, he's distracted, to be fair.
With company to take his mind off his job,
Yeah,
Old Tearaway's forgotten he's in a hurry. Or that anyone else is.
I love the matte green colour finish. God. I mean, look, is it just me, or did... Maybe it's just how they recorded things in the old days with the old technology, but the colours of yesteryear, it does seem very dull, not very vibrant. You know, the colours they were using, it's all matte. The colours of the vehicles, just looking at the countryside. Or is that more a reflection of the old school recording technology they had? You know, were things just as bright and vibrant as they are today? Or am I just making a massive assumption there? I'd love to know. That's a bit brighter.
There are two ways of doing everything. For a right-hand turn, you signal and get in lane and you wait till the road is clear. That's the good driver's way of doing things, and it's different from the slap-happy way Old Tearaway sets about it. You see, he reckons he's got to make up a bit of time, so oncoming traffic will have to slam on the brakes.
Shit, he could be near Colchester, Graham. Oh, look at this guy, man.
He isn't even aware of his iniquities.
Does not care.
He only knows the race is on to the next pull-up.
He's not even aware of his iniquities. Oh, I love the commentary as much as anything else about these old clips. You know, it's like, oh yes, the riff-raff, picking up the hitchhiker people. I mean, oh man.
Yes, the race is on all right.
He's like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
Happens? Old Tearaway reckons there's plenty of room for the little fellow in the ditch. The thing is, he's reached the cap ahead of old cautious sober sides.
Hey, the old trucks, man. Austin.
The trouble is, he wastes his time when his wrist is
You've
neck
got
to get there.
to wonder. I assume that's not a real trucking firm. Surely they would have made it up. Otherwise, they'd be pretty pissed off around their representation on this.
First, it's like that race between the tortoise and the hare. The good driver gets quietly on with it, taking his time.
Oh my God. Now nothing dates a clip, a TV show or a movie more than technology is one, but food is another. Look at the state of these sandwiches. I mean, shit. That looks pretty, I mean, maybe that's what you would get at a roadside cafe or truck stop back in the 60s, but that looks like dog shit. I mean, is that just like stale white bread with a bit of lettuce and a bit of God knows what processed ham? But maybe that's what it was back in the day. That's what you got. You know, you've got your pot of coffee there. He's obviously getting a cuppa. I guess the big thing is, how much did it cost to get a cup of tea and a sandwich back in those days? A few p? I don't know. Must have been cheap.
And getting refreshed and relaxed, while his jumpy companion never gives his nerves a moment's rest.
Jukebox, nice. What the hell's that? Is it an old fruit machine? And what's he got there? Looks like a... Oh, yeah, no. What's it? Beans and chips, sauce. Now that you could still get at a diner or cafe in NZ. I'm sure it's the same over in the UK. But I'm just looking at these sandwiches. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a child of my own generation, but I would not be too keen on getting one of those sandwiches. I'll tell you what. What else is happening there? Oh, look at the old cash register. Jesus. Wow.
A grub at last. The man who got there first has left himself precious little time to wolf down his dinner.
Oh.
So he'll have indigestion to add to all the other things that distract him from decent driving. Meanwhile, old Soberside...
Oh, that was quite amusing. Graham,
never...
thank you, bud. That was... yeah, I think this is why I enjoy British PATHE. I like looking at the old days. I mean, I'm a child of the 80s and 90s. You know, I was born in the 70s. So I look at this stuff and I envisage that's how... that was how my parents were when they were out and about, when you look at this sort of stuff, or even my grandparents to that effect, you know, just a different world. And you look at these working class people here, man, they must have been tough as nails. You know, you mentioned the word woke, you probably get knocked out in a place like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit judgy there, but yeah, it's really interesting to look at these snapshots in time. I guess most of this British PATHE stuff is focused on the UK. I'd love to know if there's similar stuff out there for other parts of the world. It'd be really interesting. Shit, even New Zealand or Australia. I'm sure there is. Graham, thank you for that. That was a good follow through from our first one we did with the chap in the car and the road rage. Stuff like this, I welcome any recommendations. Most interesting. But yeah, thank you, Graham, my man. That was pretty cool. Yeah, we'll keep it going. Look forward to seeing you next time wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Take care. Cheers.